Congressman Matt Gaetz of Florida sits on the House Judiciary Committee. Boy, this story has come together quickly. And Catherine Herridge and I, you may have heard, we're just talking about the leaks that helped bring this about. Let's start with the word insubordinate that apparently that we've learned about James Comey through these leaks. Insubordinate from that Inspector General's report. What do you make of it?
Well, I am eager to discuss that, Harris, but first, if you'll afford me a privilege, I am the son of a military brat, and in my district, we have more members of the active duty military than any other congressional district in America, and your new book will ring true in their lives, and I just wanted to thank you for it, how military brats can meet challenges and adversity with grit and determination. It really is going to be special for my family and for so many families in my district. As it relates to Mr. Comey, obviously we've seen circumstances where he's exceeded his authority. We also can't make sense of his public testimony that he had not made a decision on the Hillary Clinton investigation until after conducting the key elements of that investigation. Later, we find out that drafts of his exoneration statement were done earlier. But look, if Washington, D.C. was the swamp, Andrew McCabe might be the Loch Ness monster of the swamp. And when we look at what he's doing now, I mean, Andrew McCabe is literally asking for immunity before testifying under oath so that he's not prosecuted for lies that he told previously while testifying under oath. I think it would be outrageous for us to grant any type of use of immunity to Mr. McCabe. I think he needs to account for his actions, and I don't think that he's out of the woods yet as far as a criminal prosecution.
Well, first of all, thank you for the comments on the military brats in my book. I'm very grateful. I do want to talk, though, about this idea, and I wrote it down. You said McCabe might be the Loch Ness monster of the swamp. Why do you think it is he would try to put himself in a position where he could talk without immunity if he had planned to tell I mean, has he been dishonest? Is there a reason why he'd be seeking it?
Well, Andrew McCabe is a proud guy. That doesn't make him an honest guy. I was in the room when he gave testimony behind closed doors to the House Judiciary Committee, and I could tell you my reaction to that was that this is someone who wasn't purely engaged in the investigative work of the FBI. He was trying to shape public opinion. Remember, Harris, what the substance of the lies were about. He was leaking to the Wall Street Journal about the nature of the Hillary Clinton investigation, wanting to shape public opinion. And so Andrew McCabe may want to testify to, again, try to shape public opinion, but we should not give him immunity because, my goodness, this was the very person who sent the email taking the jurisdiction away from the Washington, D.C. field office and bringing it to the rest of the swamp creatures and deep state folks at the headquarters of the FBI. I think we ought to stand with the frontline FBI folks and empower them, not empower the bureaucrats that want to shape public opinion through leaks.
You know, you talk about Andrew McCabe as the guy who might have some answers, though, because remember when James Comey first came out on his book tour, we learned from McCabe that they maybe weren't in agreement about what really happened with going to the media and leaking things per McCabe, that he said his boss knew all about that. So are you missing an opportunity by not offering him that special status of immunity to have him turn on his boss potentially with some information that you might need?
Well, I don't want to make the same mistakes the Obama Justice Department made. Remember, the Obama Justice Department gave these broad immunity deals to Cheryl Mills and Heather Samuelson, those folks who were key Hillary Clinton allies. So we want to get away from that environment so that we can truly hold people accountable. We're going to have to get to the emails, and I want to specifically know who told Andrew McCabe to send the email telling the Washington, D.C. field office to stop working on the Hillary Clinton investigation. Was that James Comey? Was it Andrew McCabe himself? Did it have something to do with his wife's campaign for political office? So we do still need answers, but we shouldn't be trading immunity to get those answers. That was the mistake of the Obama Justice Department.
Look, Congressman, I know it's across chambers, but we are waiting to see what's going to happen with that Senate Judicial Committee hearing. And just to give you a last word on this, this is getting pushed back yet again. That Inspector General's report, I know it's leaking. Will you get an opportunity to see that before everybody else?
I share the president's concern that the actual substance of the report has likely been written for some time. Now, you may have people trying to sand off the rough edges and make it look like the conduct was more acceptable than it should have been. So the president expressed that concern in his tweet yesterday. Based on some of my own sources, I share that concern, and that's why we're pushing to get the information out in the public as soon as possible. And if people are behind the scenes changing the substance of that report, we will find them. Remember, we caught the folks who changed the Hillary Clinton exoneration statement. And if there are folks that are engaged in that improper behavior, we'll catch them again.
Congressman Matt Gaetz of the great state of Florida, thank you very much. And again, thank you for your kind words about my new book. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Harris.
So for more on